You wanted to steal. Now's your time.
He stole from the rich and gave to the poor.
What else you got?
So, where does the Sheriff of Nottingham rank on the Ben Mendelsohn villain scale?
Oh, you know, look, I'm going to have to respectfully leave that to the viewer. And, you know, look, I think he's up there. Like, I feel like the stuff we did in this, I mean, I feel like, you know, if you're going for that scale, they're not going to be, you know, like we're talking maybe, you know, like podium finish kind of vibe. No, there you go. Thank you.
He's pretty hiss-worthy villain, and as he needs to be.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
When you have a character like this, you could probably feel free to really sink your teeth in and go for broke. I'm curious about the conversations you and Otto had about, you know, how far to take it, how big the performance should be.
Yeah. Well, you know, like that would be most of the conversations we would have is basically to do with, you know, how intense do we want the flame? Not necessarily the heat, you know what I mean? But like how much do we want going on in that, you know, right now? And, you know, Otto's my guide in that. And, you know, generally he would be like, gives like a little, you know, more, like let's go a little hotter here. So he was kind of encouraging me along, and yeah, look, from what I've seen, we got some good results, I think.
So, it's been a bit since your last confession.
My conscience is clear. Is yours?
Try as I might, mine's always a bit of a muddle.
Well, be that as it may, keep your ears open in your little booth.
Talk about finding the humanity in a character like this and some of these villains you play. I mean, the sheriff is a pretty rotten guy.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't just play him as pure evil, right?
Yeah, look, a lot of the times finding the humanity or stuff like them, like within this kind of instance, you're provided an opportunity. You've got a scene which sort of talks about where this guy comes from, and that kind of, when you've been given information like that, you can sort of go, oh yeah, okay, twist, and you know, but otherwise you kind of find that stuff anyway. I mean, you can extrapolate from most situations if they've got any kind of grounding in you know, in real. You can kind of think, okay, a person starts here and goes like, so you just kind of do it. You know what I mean? There's not always the opportunity for them, and it's also not always relevant that we know too much or feel too much of the humanity of the baddies, you know. Sometimes they're just supposed to, you know, be Mojo Jojo, you know. Shout out to the fans of the Little Princesses cartoon thing.
Thanks.
There you go.
One thing that is positive about the sheriff is that he's got a killer fashion sense.
Ah, well.
And, I mean, that the coats he's rocking, does that kind of help bring you into the zone when you're putting on that?
So much. I mean, you put the clothes on and you kind of, like, that's when you really start to feel the funk, as it were, you know what I mean? And those big, sort of stately, heavy, kind of, you know, I'm the shiznit kind of stuff, yeah, they help a lot.
£1,000 for the man who brings me on!
This is not going to end well.